All right, mud lovers, get ready to dive deep into Tough Mudder prep because that's what we're doing today.
Oh, yeah. You know it. 10 to
Mm.
12 miles of obstacles, mud, sweat, and teamwork.
And we're going to help you crush it.
Absolutely. We've got some awesome sources to guide us.
You know, training plans, expert advice, all that good stuff.
We're talking a killer 12-week plan from Run Brian Run, mental and physical tips from WikiHow.
Oh, and get this, insights from a four-time Tough Mudder champ, Hunter McIntyre himself.
Straight from a Bodhi article.
So both Run Brian Run and WikiHow, they both say the same thing. Start slow.
Yeah, no jumping into the deep end right away.
Build up gradually over those 12 weeks.
Run Brian Run actually gives you a weekly schedule.
Oh, nice. So you can, track your progress.
Yeah, mileage increases for running, rest days built in.
So you don't burn out before you even start.
Exactly, and they really emphasize this. It's not just about running.
So much more to it.
Strength and agility training, super important for those obstacles.
I mean, think about it. You're climbing, you're crawling, you're carrying.
Squats for climbing, pull-ups for grip strength.
You need to be ready for anything.
And Run Brian Run, they give you specific workouts to target those muscles.
Oh, so it's like tailored for Tough Mudder.
Totally. Circuits, exercises, rep ranges, they've got it all laid out.
So you can really maximize your training.
Yeah. And then there's agility training. That's where it gets fun.
Fun. I thought this whole thing was supposed to be fun.
Oh, it is, but this is like next level fun.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Ladder drills, box jumps, anything that helps you move quickly on your feet.
Like a ninja warrior.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine dodging mud pits, leaping over walls.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And WikiHow takes it even further with plyometrics and Tabata training.
Plyo what? Tabata. Those sound intense.
They are. Plyometrics are explosive movements.
Like jump squats, those things.
Yep, those. And Tabata, that's like high-intensity intervals, but cranked up.
Okay, break it down for me.
20 seconds all out, 10 seconds rest, repeat.
Sounds brutal.
It is. But it builds endurance, mental toughness, you name it.
So it's not just physical, it's mental too.
Yeah, Tough Mudder is a mental game as much as anything else.
You got to be prepared to embrace the suck.
You got it. And WikiHow has some pretty unconventional tips for that.
Unconventional, you say? I'm all ears.
Cold showers,
Okay, I've heard of those.
training in the rain,
Interesting.
even just cheering each other on during workouts.
Oh, so like building that team spirit early on.
Exactly. It's all about pushing past your comfort zone,
Prepping your mind for the challenge.
so you can handle anything Tough Mudder throws at you.
Makes sense. And now for the champion's perspective.
Hunter McIntyre, 4-time winner, remember?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
He focuses on total body strength.
Which makes sense,
Yeah.
given all those crazy obstacles.
Right, but it's not about bulking up. It's about functional fitness.
The kind of strength you can actually use on the course.
Climbing, crawling, carrying.
Basically, being of a badass mud warrior.
Yes. And his program includes run training, grip strength exercises.
And this is really interesting, a taper week strategy.
Yeah, so you're peaking at just the right time.
Like strategic resting, right?
Exactly, making sure you're fully recovered and ready to dominate.
And remember those crazy obstacle names? Everest 2.0? Fucky Monkey?
Oh, yeah, they sound so intimidating.
Well, Hunter's program actually includes workshops for them.
Oh, so you can practice and get tips beforehand.
Talk about a confidence booster.
All right, before we move on, let's address some common questions.
Yeah, like, can beginners do this?
Absolutely. Both Run Brian Run and WikiHow say you can modify the plans.
So no need to be intimidated. Start where you are.
And what if you miss a day of training?
Life happens, right?
Don't panic, just pick up where you left off.
Consistency is key, not perfection.
And what if you hate running?
Yeah, some people just aren't runners.
No problem. Swimming and cycling are great alternatives.
So many options to get in shape for this.
And of course, nutrition and hydration, super important.
Fueling that champion body.
Balanced diet, protein for recovery, lots of fluids.
Especially on those long training days.
So we've covered the basics, the training, the mental prep.
And even some common concerns.
We've got a solid foundation laid. Now it's time to dig deeper.
Bring on the expert tips and strategies.
Let's do it. Get ready to crush that Tough Mudder course.
I'm pumped.
Let's get muddy. You know, we talked about mental toughness earlier, but it really is so important for Tough Mudder.
It's more than just physical, right? You have to push past those limits.
Yeah, embrace the suck. as they say.
And our sources actually have some really interesting tips for building that mental strength.
Like, remember WikiHow talked about cold showers and training in the rain?
Yeah, sounds a little extreme, but I get the idea.
It's like deliberately making yourself uncomfortable so you're ready for anything on race day.
So when you're knee-deep in mud and freezing cold, your brain's like, been there, done that.
Exactly. You've already proven you can handle it.
I guess that's why they call it mental toughness.
It's all about training your mind to overcome those doubts.
And what about visualization? I've heard that can be helpful.
Oh, definitely. Hunter McIntyre talks about that in the Bodhi article.
So like mentally rehearsing the course, picturing yourself conquering the obstacle.
Yeah, it's a powerful tool for athletes in all kinds of sports.
You're basically training your brain to believe you can do it.
And that belief, that confidence, it can make all the difference.
Okay, so speaking of obstacles, what kind of crazy challenges are we talking about here?
Remember those names? Everest 2.0 and Funky Monkey the Revolution?
Oh yeah, those sound pretty intimidating.
Well, Hunter's program actually has workshops to prepare you for them.
Oh, so you can practice beforehand.
He breaks down the techniques, the strategies.
So you're not just going in blind.
It's like having a cheat sheet for the toughest parts of the course.
Okay, now we're talking. Now let's talk logistics. What do we wear? What do we bring?
Yeah, race day essentials. Starting with clothing, remember WikiHow's advice, no cotton.
Right, because it gets all soggy and heavy when it's wet.
You want moisture-wicking fabrics, stuff that keeps you dry and comfortable.
And what about shoes? I'm guessing regular sneakers won't cut it.
Trail running shoes are a must.
Good grip, good support, all that.
You'll be navigating all kinds of crazy terrain.
Mud, rocks, who knows what else.
Oh, and gloves are a good idea, too.
Really? Like fingerless gloves?
Yeah, they give you extra grip for climbing and carrying.
Huh. Never thought of that.
And of course, a backpack or hydration pack is essential.
To carry all our stuff.
Water, snacks, a change of clothes for after.
Speaking of water, how much should we be drinking during the race?
It's super important to stay hydrated. All the sources emphasize that.
I can imagine you're sweating, you're exerting yourself.
So sip water regularly, especially at those hydration stations.
And food. Should we be eating during the race?
Yeah, definitely pack some energy-boosting snacks in your pack.
Like energy bars or something?
Yeah, or gels, bananas, trail mix, anything that gives you a quick boost.
So you don't hit that wall halfway through.
And don't forget sunscreen, even if it's cloudy.
Right. You don't want to end up with a sunburn on top of everything else.
So we've got clothing, gear, hydration, nutrition.
What else do we need to know for race day?
There's one more thing, and it's probably the most important. Teamwork.
Oh, yeah. Tough Mudder's all about that camaraderie, right?
It's not just an individual challenge. You're in it together.
Helping each other out, offering encouragement.
All of our sources stress the importance of teamwork.
It's what makes Tough Mudder so special.
Yeah, that sense of community, that shared struggle.
And that feeling of accomplishment when you cross the finish line together.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this part. Mental toughness, visualization, obstacle strategies.
Race day logistics, teamwork, it's all coming together.
We're almost there. In the final part, we'll delve into some advanced training techniques.
And race day strategies.
We'll give you everything you need to know to conquer that Tough Mudder course.
Awesome. I'm ready to get muddy. We're back and ready for the final push in our Tough Mudder deep dive. Let's talk advanced strategies, the stuff that separates the mud warriors from the casual splatterers.
All right, let's do it. One area we haven't talked about much is grip strength, and it's super important.
Oh yeah, I can see why, with all that climbing and swinging and carrying.
Exactly. You need a strong grip to conquer those obstacles.
So how do we train for that? Do we just do a ton of pull-ups?
Pull-ups are great, but there's more to it.
Well, there's always more, isn't there?
Both Run Brian Run and Hunter McIntyre recommend dead hangs, farmer's carries.
Farmer's carries, those sound tough.
They are. You're basically walking with heavy weights in each hand.
And that builds grip strength.
It works your forearms, your hands, even your back muscles.
Like a full-body grip workout.
And that strong grip will come in handy when you're hanging onto that rope for dear life.
Speaking of ropes, are there any special techniques for those obstacles?
Oh, yeah. Technique is key for Tough Mudder. It's not just about brute force.
Work smarter, not harder. Right.
Exactly. You need to know how to use leverage, momentum, even teamwork to your advantage.
Like that Everest 2.0 we talked about, that half-pipe climb.
Yeah, it's not just about running up it, it's about using your teammates' boost.
Oh, so there's strategy involved.
Totally. Hunter McIntyre teaches you how to maximize that momentum for a more efficient climb.
So it's like physics meets mud.
I guess you could say that. The point is, technique can make all the difference.
Okay, so I've got our training dialed in, we're mentally prepared, we've got our ninja techniques down.
Now let's talk race day.
I'm already getting excited.
One thing to keep in mind is pacing yourself.
Yeah, I can see myself getting caught up in the excitement and going all out from the start.
It's easy to do, but it's a recipe for burnout.
Tough Mudder is a marathon, not a sprint, right?
Exactly. You need to find a pace you can sustain.
So walk when you need to, conserve energy, and then unleash it on the obstacles.
Hunter McIntyre talks about listening to your body, adjusting your pace as needed.
All about strategy.
And when things get tough, when you're exhausted and doubting yourself,
That's when the mental toughness comes in.
those cold showers, those rainy day runs, they've prepared you for this.
You've trained your mind to push through the discomfort.
And remember, you're not alone out there.
Lean on your teammates, offer encouragement, embrace that shared struggle.
That's what makes Tough Mudder so special.
It's more than just a race, it's an experience.
It's a test of your limits, a celebration of human strength and resilience,
It's about pushing yourself further than you thought possible.
and coming out the other side stronger, muddier, and prouder than ever before.
So to all you aspiring mud warriors out there,
We've given you the tools, the knowledge, the inspiration.
now go out there and crush that Tough Mudder course.
Embrace the challenge, embrace the mud, and most importantly,
Embrace the journey.